Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth. And we are here in the Dread Waste of Pandaria, guys. We're about to re-enter the tree, because we still have some bugs to squish for our Pandarian friends. And looks like someone has already been here, and it is Taoshi, who has another quest for us. We already have some named bugs we have to kill.
Let's get down to business.
Amber Secrets. The Morrow Chamber houses a small section of the Zarathic, mantid under immediate directive of the new Empress. Some of them may have been given pieces of amber like the one you found. The Shadowpan would be interested in any pieces we can acquire. Collect 8 pieces of corrupted amber.
Silent and... You interrupt the ritual. I will cover the entrance.
Why am I not surprised? Whew. Now that I can actually see the quest mobs, I forgot how concentrated this area is. Well, first things first. Let's go ahead and take out Shalzix the Nameless. And he's saying words. And he's got stupid on the ground, like many of them do. Gonna make sure that we blind him. Ooh. Alright, so that stuff is gonna stay there. Kind of like the boss we saw in Uldum. Up on the platform. Yeah, Gesundheit. And since you guys were so patient, let's see what we can do about taking both of you out. I feel some of the ads interfering with these fights would be very, very bad for us. Sonic Scream. Gonna rock out some Black Canary shenanigans, huh? And down. And 1 piece of corrupted amber. Dark shadows swirl within the amber. They seem to whisper if you stare too long. So this is the item that we found before that actually led us on this storyline. I think if we just stay here in these chambers, we should be good. Yeah, phalanges. Tell you what. And this is Rillige the Dreamer. Had to get that off my hotbar. That was the targeting macro to find that stupid white flying dragon mount. Okay, he was a lot easier than the last one. And the fact that you can get sapped and still maintain flight is quite impressive. My exoskeleton little friend. And that's the thing, you kind of don't want to fight some of these mobs in mass. Over the time of playing Warcraft, I've discovered that if you're doing a fetch quest, and I'm sure some of you guys who have played can probably attest, if you're looking to find drops off mobs, it's good to fight things singularly, because if you just grab a ton of them, chances are good the game's just not going to allow you to get everything in one drop. So like a lot of the casters and the ones who just use massive AoE for their damage, they can't cheese off quests. At least that's the kind of vibe I always got from it. And Kala Vajax. I don't know who they... I think they just put random letters into a generator and see what happens. That's how they name all the folks from the Shadowlands. Okay, you're a floor stupid guy. And you're dead. Since you're still sapped, we'll deal with your other friend here. Want some of that Jurassic Park style amber. I was actually reading on Reddit recently about, and you always hear the thing like the book is better than the movie. The book is always better than the movie. Well, they did a post on Ask Reddit like, what movies are actually better than the books? And some folks actually brought out Jurassic Park as being better than the book. Because the character of John Hammond, who was played by Richard Attenborough, who was David's brother, he also directed Chaplin.
Failure means nothing. Yeah.
Which is one of my favorite Robert Downey Jr. films. But the Hammond character in the book is your typical like greedy businessman. And they kind of turned that on its ear in the movie and had him be this, you know, kind, he's still a businessman and everything, but he had, I guess, purer motives than just the, haha, we're going to make money. That kind of vibe went to the lawyer who got eaten in the porta potty. But I think that's a really good change. I think it kind of would have been very generic had the Hammond character been just your typical greedy businessman motif. And also a thing that they changed is in the book, and I forgot their characters' names, but there's the grandchildren, the boy and the girl. And in the book, apparently, the girl is essentially the one who complains all the time and is the damsel in distress perpetually. While in the book, they turned that on its ear and had the girl be the smart one who, the sister, get them out of situations, and while the boy was the one who was in distress. I thought that was a really good take. And I'll tell you what, those graphics, those special effects still hold up today. It's very strange. Alright. So, all the named mobs have been killed. Now we're just looking for pieces of amber. Should go ahead and test our luck with friends. Yep, guess so. Didn't look like there were any elite mobs in here, so I'm not too worried about it. There is an incredible documentary that I found out about yesterday via the Angry Video Game Nerd, not the actual Angry Video, but James Rolfe, you know, the guy who portrays him, called In Search of Tomorrow. And they're these amazing documentary filmmakers who did a film about 80s horror. And you know what? Let's just go ahead and reset that. But they did a really good documentary called In Search of Darkness, which apparently is one of the most popular or successful independent documentaries ever made. And now they're going into a subject that I'm quite a fan of, 80s sci-fi. So Alien, Flash Gordon, Star Wars, all kinds of Last Starfighter, Tron. And the trailer is amazing. It's like a highlight reel of my childhood. Because as I've said, I think I've said before during this series, like, I was born in 83. But my brother was 9 years older, and a lot of his toys kind of went down to me. So I played with Ninja Turtles and everything like every other 90s kid did. But I also played with like Voltron and Masters of the Universe and G.I. Joes and Mask. And,
Face the sword.
and a lot of the TV, because we were out in the middle of the desert, we had a lot of older syndicated stuff on our programming. So we got to see a lot of the old cartoons and a lot of the old movies on VHS because, VHSs were the thing back then. So I had a pretty good 80s education to go along with my 90s. That's why I always say I'm a 80s and 90s kid, because I was able to experience both. And I can't wait. I actually backed the documentary on Kickstarter, not only for the digital and the DVD copy, but they had some incredible... Oh.
The skies all belong to the Deep One.
The poster. They did 2 posters for the documentary. The posters are incredible. Like, the second I saw the posters, I was just like, I've got to back this thing so I can get a copy of it. I think I should actually probably hang it up here in the office. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. Look it up when you get a chance. In Search of Tomorrow.
You are but a distraction.
Okay, this Amba can stop falling anytime now.
The swarm is endless.
So these big guys, these root guards, pack a punch. Let's see if we can figure out what... Okay, shield blast. That's what's causing that. No. Okay, uno más.
You are but a distraction. For the Empress.
What would you call their accent? It reminds me of Peter Lorre, who was usually a villain in all the old Humphrey Bogart films. He got parodied a lot in movies and cartoons. I guess the one that pops off the top of my head, other than like Bugs Bunny, is
Failure means nothing. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys ever watched the cartoon The Brave Little Toaster, but the lamp in the repair shop where all the appliances are all mishmashed and like horror based. I remember the lamp kind of talked like him. So whenever I hear that bug voice, that's kind of what pops into my head. I hate missions with low drop rates. As I said, one of the primary reasons I'm not playing Classic right now. There we go. Alright, first mate, let's go ahead and get out of here. I wonder if there's going to be a big bug for us to take out now.
What's the situation?
We always feared this day would come. More of this corrupted amber. I need to bring this back to the garrison. Faceless ones. The Kipari trees are sacred to the mantid, but I suppose their devotion to the old gods is greater. One of Nizot's minions appears to have taken note of our presence. Shall we pay them a visit? Kill Watcher Vilfax.
Keep your eyes keen.
Oh, are they blocking the way out? Eh.
This way.
Well, fortunately, we got 2 rogues right here. Oh. Okay, you're already getting the business. I guess I will follow suit. I want to be Star Child of Cthulhu. Yeah, you keep your void beams to yourself. Speaking of which, just keep anything to yourself. Especially things with void in the name. Unless it's void money.
All right, let's finish him off.
That's one of the things I'll tell you guys, the God's honest. I don't know if Swindlegear would actually get involved in the Shadowlands, just because I don't know if there's profit there. If I do Shadowlands as a series, I may do it with a new character, but I don't know how you guys would feel about that. And there we go. Hey, there's really no reason to go back there, Taoshi. What are you doing?
You have my attention.
Another agent of N'Zoth. It seems the mantid have earned his favor. It seems as though the mantid had been producing the corrupted amber for some time before our intervention. It stands to reason that they are keeping a stockpile of it somewhere. The Shadowpan scouts have been reporting an increased presence of the swarm's warriors in Klaxivas. I would wager that they are guarding the corrupted amber. Meet me there. If we have a chance to destroy that amber, then we need to take it. Infiltrate Klaxivas.
Stay light on Remain unseen as you approach Klaxivas. We will require the element of surprise.
You do know I used to run the Uncrowned, right? You were on my council? How dare you? Alright, this is a lot more involved than I thought. It's not a bad thing. More content is good. Now, is Klaxivas... I know there's a dungeon here. Mr. Pandaria... Okay, no, never mind. There's not a dungeon here. I could have sworn there was. I know there's one that's specifically designed around the bugs. I think that's the gate.
All that matters is the mission.
You ready to go? Yeah, let's see what's over here.
We stand no chance against the Klaxi on our own. Focus on destroying the amber.
Oh. I have the sap ability. How nice. Whatever will I do with this brand new ability that I have never used before? I am beside myself.
I can incapacitate the guards if necessary. Speak to me again if we are discovered.
Uh-huh.
What's the situation? Stay light on your feet.
So, can we... go like that? That's good, though. We can have her sap. Otherwise, we could do it ourselves, but... it could be tricky. And she's the super subtlety rogue, so she would have that, that ability where you can cloak the entire raid. Only Swindle can do it for about, I think, 15 seconds, something like that. What is it? Shroud of Concealment. And I was right, 15 seconds. Zap. What else we got? Ooh, we got some shadowy looking bugs here. Got a giant tentacle around the... okay. I beg your pardon? Oh, I actually canceled her stealth by going into mine, I think.
Let's get down to business. You have my attention. Keep your eyes keen.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that there. Oh, whoops. Well... boo. And those guys suck. Let's go ahead and get out of here if we can. Woo!
All that matters is the mission.
Okay. What's over here? I think that's a pet. Speaking of pets, I've been doing a lot of those pet dungeons off camera, because I think the last one that we did was the Dead Mines, but now they had Strathholm, they had Nomergon, and Blackrock, actually, which we have to head to eventually to go speak to Wrathion. So now we go ahead and get out of dodge.
That appears to be all of them. Let's head for higher ground.
Yeah, I'm down for the high ground. Ooh, there's two of you. I'm surprisingly okay with this.
Let's get down to business.
If the entire swarm were empowered by the corrupted Amber, the Zot would have an unstoppable army under his command. We need to know what we're up against. Before we return to the Serpent's Spine, we should take the opportunity to scout the swarm. I will fly us over the Heart of Fear. We should be able to survey Empress Shexara's forces from above. Then we can determine the extent to which N'Zoth has bolstered their ranks with his own. Fly with Taoshi to the Shadowpan Kite. Oh,
Silent and deadly.
That's what that is. Heart of Fear. So there's a raid.
What's the situation? Be wary.
Oh, you got a cool looking kite here, compared to the ones I have.
This is strictly reconnaissance. We take stock of the Empress's forces and return to the Serpent's Spine.
Yeah, what could go wrong? And that looks unpleasant. Ooh.
Meddlers, come my swarm. Show them the price for defying the Deep One.
Get out of here now. Use these fireworks to hold off the swarm.
Okie doke. What swarm? Oh. Thought we were being chased. That was not the case. And so much for subtlety. Oh wow, they just keep on going, don't they? Holy crap. This thing's got some range. some poor Pandaren farmer. Ah, it is a great day for... ah! Kar the Darkener. We should be back to the spine here. Ah. Yeah, the recon reveals that we're kind of screwed. What else is new? And travel up back here. I would love to go to the Great Wall of China. That's like one of the bucket list items. Okay.
All that matters is the mission.
A close call. Thank you, Swindlegear. The mantid have been corrupting their Kipari trees to imbue their amber with power from N'Zoth. The swarm is enough of a menace on its own. N'Zoth could transform them into something even more dire. The Shadowpan need to hear about this. I suggest you bring this information to your other allies as well. Return to Stormspeaker Kyon at the Silent Sanctuary.
Silent and deadly.
Okay. That might be something we have to deal with in a raid, I assume. Let me see. Wrathion? The Black Emperor? Oh, spoilers. Just got spoiled. These things happen, though. Carapace of N'Zoth, N'Zoth the Corruptor, Rodden the Despoiled. Oh, you're back. Lovely. Hive Mind, Dark Inquisitor Zanish. Well, maybe we can just knock Wrathion out of his stupor. see how the story goes.
That the mantid would give their own Kipari trees over to corruption speaks volumes of their loyalty to N'Zoth. Thank you for bringing this to my attention.
An empowered mantid swarm under N'Zoth's control would be a deadly threat. We must keep them in check.
I wonder if that unlocks some new dailies. That would be kind of cool. But that is a task for another time, guys. We are at least going to head to beginning the descent. Discover the location of the object mentioned by Wrathion. So, I have got a long trip ahead of me to... Actually, no I don't. And I'll tell you why. We're going to go... I'll show you one of the reasons. If you guys have thought, you know, I don't want to do the pet dungeons, it's worth it. Because of this. Now, as you can see, old school Legion loading screen, you may be wondering, Wretch, what are you doing? If you go ahead and clear those dungeons, you get basically a quick teleport to those locations. The little elemental in the pet store in Dalaran will send you to all of these locations, which is amazing. Now, I haven't cleared the Black Rock one yet, otherwise I could have just teleported like right there instantly. But I do have one at Nomergon that should be fairly close. So that'll keep us from having to, you know, take the Zeppelin and take a boat and all that kind of stuff. So, let's see. Where do I have teleporting as Dalaran loads? Been a while since we've been over here, huh, guys? Lots of memories during the Legion playthrough here. Still busy, though. See, we can go to Strathholm, Nomergon, the Dead Mines. Which would be faster? I think Nomergon would probably be faster. Yeah. Because of... just, that's directly north. So yeah, if you haven't thought about doing the pet battles, because pet battling isn't really your thing, they suck. They definitely suck, but the first time you go through the dungeons, you can go ahead and check this out. We are right in the middle of enemy territory now. So let's go ahead and just stealth just a little bit here. But if you go through it for the quest line, you do not, or you can heal. When you do the dungeons as dailies and get the currency, you can't use any healing items. So you can't use the automatic heal, you can't use bandages, and it sucks. It sucked for the Dead Mines, for me to get Tricorn and the Cannon, which I have named Long Tom. I don't really have any interest in the other ones. Whoop. And the other pets you can buy in the dungeons currently. But the first time you go through, you can use your healing items. So if you have a lot of pet bandages or stuff you've gotten through dailies or whatever, it's a good time to use them. Dun, 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 dun. I like to think those little 60 gnome guards are like, careful guys! And then all of a sudden a goblin and a rocket just blasts down. Like, wait, what was that? That was a professional at work. And as you can see, we are fairly close to Blackrock without having to do, you know, any boats, risking the game crashing or anything like that. So, I don't know, they may have fixed that. I don't remember if that was during Legion or during the Battle for Azeroth playthrough. I think it was here during this one. But if you went on a boat, there was a chance of the game crashing, which sucked. And I was telling Crag a few days ago when I was running some dailies, they have far more intimidating mountains. Or, not intimidating, but like larger mountains in Warcraft now. I mean, Northrend has a taller mountain, they've got Kunlai Summit in Pandaria, the list goes on and on and on. But there's still something intimidating. If you let your imagination, you know, if you suspend your disbelief with Blackrock Mountain. It still is very intimidating compared to the others, which I like. And it'll always remind me of the Skull Mountain playset from Mighty Max. Okay, so down... Obviously not here in Syrian Gorge. We have to go in. So let's do this. I'm glad we can use our flying mounts in here, because I think there was a time where you couldn't. Discover the location of the object. Oh, that was... Okay. That NPC was actually for the pet dungeon. Interesting. Alright guys, well, I hate to do this. We got kind of distracted with more bug killing. But I think this is a good place to go ahead and end the episode. And next time, we will track down Wrathion and see where the story goes from there. Hope you all have enjoyed it. I don't know if we've just unlocked some more dailies in Pandaria to kill the bugs to kind of help them at bay, because we saw a pretty significant threat and we're not doing anything about it currently, so I guess we'll just have to see. But if you liked the episode, please leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Later days, everyone.